Can you guys hear me now? All right, I'm waiting for a couple of more people to join in so we can kind of start with the session. Um, okay. I would appreciate if you guys can make note of your questions quickly. Once I start with the questions, kind of the answers, it's always kind of good to have them ready, and then I can pick them one by one. Can you guys just put in the comment mentioning your IIM calls and Symbiosis calls? How much should be the ideal time for tell me about yourself? That depends. And if you're really boring, they'll cut you like in 30, 40 seconds itself. But then if you're a pretty good one, then it's kind of go ahead with um 2 to 3 minutes also. Bits Prani, no idea, buddy. How is SMSRD infra management? Any idea? I will not advise that college because it's a pretty tier one. Need to wait for placement results and all that because there are a couple of colleges they've came up with the infra as a subject, and now they are trying to kind of give MBA in infra and all that. But still, infra do have a good scope as far as Indian market is concerned. But I know the ability of SMSRD to place people as far as the infra management is concerned. But then, yeah, I don't think getting into this infra management or getting into courses like business analytics and all that does really help you guys in the long term, because then your focus becomes very much stagnant, and then you are known as a guy who has done only infra management. It's like a civil engineering, to be very honest. So I would not kind of advise you guys to. What if infra doesn't do very well? Say like 5-6 years down the line. What if it starts going down as far as the projects are concerned? Then you're going to be in a soup, right? Because then you cannot move the your vertical. Then you can't say that I've done infra management, so then the doors are closed as far as marketing, finance, HR, operations are concerned. But then if you're somebody who's done a plain vanilla kind of an MBA, then I think you can move to any field as such. I don't think so. It's a good idea to kind of just for the fact you're getting SMHRD as a brand, kind of take an admission into that college out of desperation, and then kind of do the infra management and get stuck forever in your life. I really don't think that's a good idea. Trust me, to be very honest. Because now if you look at, there is an MBA for every stream. So you have a college like KJ Somaya, which has financial services. Yeah, definitely finance is like something I'm really kind of positive on it. It's gonna go ahead very well. There are colleges like they're now coming up with business analytics. They're coming up with the courses like infrastructure management, right? I kind of don't recommend these courses. Like even Wellinger has it. Symbiosis, couple of colleges now they have it. But trust me, guys, if you ask me, I'm not a big fan of these courses. Cannot be more open about it. But yeah, I don't recommend. Very sure that it's gonna kind of you will be stuck at it. So I will not recommend to any courses which is like something like that. How is SIBM Hyderabad? SIBM Hyderabad it's cool, yeah. I don't know what's wrong with students. People come and tell me, sir, students are saying that it's not a good college. It's not a good college. Trust me, you cannot judge a college on the basis of its placements, on the basis of how old it is and all that stuff. SIBM as a brand is a very strong brand as far as your market is concerned. Let's talk about Narsee Monjee, right? Narsee Monjee, Mumbai is a very strong brand, and eventually other sister colleges of Narsee Monjee are kind of doing really well. So SIBM is a very strong brand as far as the B school is concerned. So SIBM Hyderabad is really good. It's awesome. I don't see any problem. You have SIBM Pune, amazing. Look at SIBM Bangalore, yeah. SIBM Bangalore and SIIB, right? Earlier it used to be you have SIBM Pune, SU majority, SIIB now. If you look at SIIB, 25 years old college, what they have done it in 25 years, SIBM Bangalore has done it in like 10 or 11 years, man. So yeah, SIBM as a brand, it helps you. So I think SIBM Hyderabad is really gonna pick it up. Give that college 4 to 5 years, but then you might say that 4 to 5 college तो हम नहीं रहेंगे यार मतलब like अगले 2 साल में we'll be out of the college, but that brand name will always help you on your resume. So try and understand that. SIOM, amazing college. As far as the operations are concerned, if you're not doing the operation, then I won't advise. But for operations, fabulous college. Okay, Piyush, I applied for SPG in marketing but got finance call. How do I justify my stand there? Now, provided I have a work ex in marketing. All right, so guys, I'm going to be taking these sessions kind of from Monday will be regular. But trust me, we will not. I'm not going to take these questions today. As far as today's session is concerned, predominantly I'm only going to talk about introduce yourself. You introduce yourself, rather tell me something about yourself. It's going to be really vital. If you suck at it, trust me, other questions you might not even get. You'll be like done within 2 to 3 minutes as far as your interview is concerned. Rohit Biani, please don't ask me CMAT questions here, please. It's not a session that you should be asking me for CMAT, please. I'll be uploading a separate DD strategy video on CMAT. This session is only for IM folks, non-IIMs, top colleges like SP Gens and RC Munjis and all that, SIBM and kind of Symbiosis college. So if we have IM, call getters live now, I think I'm pretty good to go ahead with their questions because I've got a couple of information to be shared across. So guys, if you're from my IM group, WhatsApp group, just kind of tell me that yes sir, we are there, and I'm good to go. Yeah. NMS Indo negative. SRCC or SM in Bangalore, doesn't matter. Go anywhere. Both are same, yeah. SAID is good. Offline GDPI sessions are happening in Pune. If you want to join in, you can join in Pune. Yeah, I'll be doing these kind of questions. I have a lecture in Pune tomorrow. That's Saturday, 6:30 to 8:30. I'm also gonna take lecture on Sunday. That's 6:30 to 8:30 again. Okay. So yeah, if anybody want to join in classroom program for GDPI, wherein we kind of kill it. Trust me, the offline sessions on GDPI are like really rigorous. If you guys want to join in, you can join in because online has its own merits and demerits. I really cannot cover everything as far as the online is concerned. So yeah, if you want to guys join in, you can join in. Guys, the only thing that I would kind of want to request you is that if you are online, just want to hit that button, like button out there, and kind of subscribe to my channel if you have not, because I am going to kind of launch a couple of series as far as your GD, GE, VAT is concerned, because I know there are a lot of myths in the market as far as these VAT and all that concerned, and interview process is concerned. People talk any rubbish in their videos. That's not the case. I can give you a heck lot of examples. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, do subscribe to it. Kind of a motivation, hit that like button out there. Let it go to people those who aren't aware of. And yeah, I will be kind of taking this session on a daily basis. So today I'm only going to talk about introduce yourself. G Simbika G will do later on, Siddharth Agarwal. How many of you have done with your question ka answer as far as introduce yourself? How many of you have actually prepared it? Can anybody just put it out here? I'm going to just copy and paste. Okay, IIT folks, yeah, they do kind of focus on your academics. However, if you are pretty good with your profile, they wouldn't really kind of ask you a lot as far as the academics are concerned. However, um, it's all up to you, like how you kind of drive your interview. There are people, they converted IITs, and they never had even a single question on the technical front. Test ka GDP is going to be easy. Rather, the PI is going to be really pain in ass. A lot of people get eliminated as far as PI is concerned. Rahul, okay, sir, should we remember the whole answer or some points and talk about it? Which answer you're talking about? Ravi Teja, 89 percentile in which exam, buddy? Tell me about yourself. It's a big ball game, yeah. I'm just waiting for people to tell me, we are up. We have joined this session for tell me about yourself, and I'm gonna kickstart with tell me about yourself. I'm gonna kind of tell you in a detailed manner how to kind of go ahead with it. SRCC is pretty good, yeah. No, yeah, I am. Kirloskar is okay, but IBS Pune, I won't recommend actually. No idea about this Takshila B school, man. Sorry about that. 89% in cat, Ravi Teja. Yes, you will get a call from KG Som. Don't worry. Okay, guys. How many of you are I am ABC call getter? Can you quickly just put in A or B or C? Because I'm more interested in talking about I am ABC, PI, and later on moving to the KIL, and then kind of new IMs, and then I'm gonna take over the Symbiosis, SPs, and the nursing managers. Okay. Okay. Kat, okay. Suhana Hassan. Okay. Suhana, do you have any answer made by you as far as, introduce yourself is concerned or tell me about yourself is concerned? Can somebody just kind of put in the answer out there? Or maybe if you have prepared for it, if you have not prepared for it, I can kind of then tell you, whether it's correct or not. Okay, fair enough. All right. People, those who have ABC call, there's a good news, there's a bad news also. Now, what happens predominantly as far as I'm Ahmedabad, Bangalore, and Calcutta is concerned, guys, you might not get direct question from the faculty or a panelist saying that, yeah, come in and have a seat and, kind of say, tell me about yourself. You might not get those kind of questions as far as ABC is concerned because the interview is not going to be really kind of rigorous or it's not going to be stress interview, but yeah, as I said, the interview is going to be more interesting and kind of an intellectual interview. So they might ask you a question like, okay, what, tell me, Suana, where you from, or tell me, what do you like, right? Where you coming from, how was your traveling, right? You don't seem to be, from Mumbai or from Delhi or whatever centers they have for their PI, right? So they might ask you, how was your journey and so on and so forth, right? So that's the main problem, as far as your ABC interviews are concerned, that how do you kind of drive them even after they asking you, tell me about, like, not directly asked you, like, tell me about yourself. So that is the main problem actually. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of walk you through, tell me about yourself one by one, as far as ABC is concerned, as far as the other colleges are concerned, and then eventually I can take these questions one by one. Okay, CM Iman. Okay, so the slok that you've written out here, do you know the meaning of that? Namitsina, yeah, they can ask any random question, but again, there is a good trick that you can use in, which will help you kind of, to kind of take the entire panel onto the question, which is tell me about yourself. So you can kind of, force them to ask you that question. Again, I will be doing these PI sessions like mock PI with all the IM call getters one by one, wherein we can discuss all these things one by kind of, because that depends on the profile, So yeah, something like that. Yeah, I'll be making those interviews for personal interview for taste and all that. I will be making those into kind of शयान मॉक पीआई आपका होगा जब हम ये पूरी सीरीज कंप्लीट करेंगे. सो आई एम टेकिंग टेल मी अबाउट योरसेल्फ टुडे. Later on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we will be taking couple of questions like why MBA, where do you see yourself 5 years down the line, why this particular college. Maybe they can throw one case at you. So I want to kind of finish it up ASAP, and maybe from next week, looking at your percentile and looking at the kind of the form that you guys have filled in, the link which has been circulated on the group. Then we can go ahead with the calls. Looking at kiska call pehle hai. So I know a couple of guys have 30th or 31st January ko they have their call as far as the IIM Lucknow is concerned. I'm not sure. So yeah, mock PIs are gonna be started from next week itself. 5th Feb, I'm Lucknow. Okay, I'm Ahmedabad. FABM February 10. ठीक है रुदया. Those who have got calls, I will be taking mock PIs. Those who have calls, after 15th of February or maybe like in the month of March and all, I can go ahead and I can do like maybe 2 mock PIs. But people, those who have got a call, like, quick calls, like say in the end of January or maybe first week of February, we can have at least one mock PI with you guys. All right. So, okay, fair enough. So, okay, tell me about yourself. How many of you seen my video that I kind of posted earlier? I think a couple of you have seen that video because you're talking about the shloka and all that stuff, right? Okay, now see the funda, yeah, here is that uh, I'm kind of going to tell you this in a kind of a flow. So the moment you start the shloka, right? Now the point is, when you start shloka, you just don't have to start it like that, right? You cannot just tell that I want to start with the shloka and all that. No, that's not going to create a good impact, right? So you have to kind of create a chota sa story. You have to kind of do a bit of act out there. So if they ask you, what, okay, Rohini, tell me about yourself. If say Shayani, just tell me about yourself. There is a way to kind of start with this shloka, or there is a way to kind of start with the entire introduction. You can always tell them that, sir, you know uh, if there is something that kind of talk tells about me, or there is something which defines me as a person, or if there is something that can portray my personality, or if there is something that can portray my persona, or my attitude, whatever, you can add on to it, like whatever lines I'm telling you, you can kind of pick any one of them, and then and you can tell them that I would love to quote a shloka here which kind of talks about me, and then you can kind of go with the shloka, something like that, right? Sloka is not the only thing that you can start up with. You can actually start up with any of the tagline. Any company, say for example, passion to perform, right? If you've worked with a company which has a tagline, passion to perform, you can go ahead with that kind of tagline, and you can tell them that I personally love this statement because it has a lot to kind of that matches to my personality, and passion to perform tagline itself is kind of a great motivation for me, and that's how we can kind of kickstart with your interview. The only thing is that when you talk about introduce yourself, guys, trust me, it's going to be make or break for you. Now there are a lot of people, they do believe that you can drive your own interview, which is correct. You can kind of keep the ball in your court all the time. Again, it's correct. There are people, they are from a different thought school. They say that it's not always going to be possible to drive your own interview by yourself, but trust me, introduce yourself. If you kind of do it in a right way, you are 50% inside that college, trust me. But if you kind of screw it up, then there is a problem. So what I used to tell my student is basically, rather what I'm going to tell you guys is that whenever you start with introduce yourself, make it a point that you tell them something new. You don't start with the cliche kind of a thing, "Woi, gisa pita cheese, my name is this and I belong to this place." Let me tell you what you're not supposed to start with, or what you're not supposed to tell them. Try not to tell them your name. My name is Ketan and I'm from this college and that college. Don't kind of go into that monotonous and prototype wala opening. It's very monotonous to even the ears also. Like sun ke bore ho jate bichare. Looking at the panelists, they've been there since morning, right? And you kind of go there. Now when I take the interview, right, I know that somebody has just walked into the cabin, and I want to have a glass of water. I want to kind of order for like some, like cup of tea, right? I'm just going to tell that guy, chal theek hai, tell me about yourself. And I know the moment I tell him that, tell me about yourself, he's going to start with, my name is this, I came from this city, I'm from this district, I've got a mother, I've got a father, I've got a sibling, and blah, 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 all that stuff, right? Which is really not happening here these days, because now the dynamics are changing in the market, right? So you guys need to tell them something which is really more interesting. Now, is it really important, or is it really necessary that you got to have a different opening altogether? Yes, absolutely. Why? Because see, most of the time you speak to your friends, you speak to your seniors, or you speak to anybody who has given the interview last year, and they'll tell you that, dude, मेरा इंटरव्यू तो 5 मिनट में खत्म हो गया यार. I was just there for like 3 minutes. ऐसा लगा कि खाली उनको खाली मिल के आया, खाली मुंह दिखा के आया. And that's what people will give you feedback. Exactly, that feedback is going to come to you because you had nothing interesting as far as your introduction or your entire pitch is concerned. And these guys got bored and they're like, what, just finish it up and just go, man. You getting my point? So that is where, even after having a good percentile, even after having a good profile, you will not be getting that kind of an opportunity wherein you get that call converted. Now, a lot of people tell me that, sir, I have a great profile. My profile is amazing, but still I could not convert this call. Having a profile on a piece of a paper is different, and talking about that profile is a different ball game altogether. So there are a lot of people, they do have good profile, but they kind of fail to deliver as far as their profile is concerned. So whenever you start, right, do not talk about your family, do not talk about the place where you're coming from. Now this is what happens as far as the ABC is concerned. You tell them that, my name is Ketan and I'm from Mumbai. Okay, you're from Mumbai. All right, great. Tell me something about Mumbai. What happened in Mumbai? Blah blah blah. Who's the who's the mayor? They might get into the politics. They might get into any damn thing. Then why do you want to kind of invite all these questions to you unnecessarily? So start with something which is pretty much open. Start something which is not exactly related to the business. You getting my point? Do that stuff, right? So that's my first advice to you, is that don't tell them your name. Like, I see people telling you guys, talk about your family and all that stuff. I mean, no comment on that, but trust me, when I am, facing SIBM Pune, Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Calcutta, KIL, these kind of colleges, I really don't want to get into all this kind of thing. When, my interview sounds like a kindergarten, so anyway, that's my opinion anyway. So guys, no bullshit. No talking about your name. No talking about where you're from and your family and all that stuff, until and unless exclusively asked by the panel that, okay, you know what, where you from, who all are there in your family, something like that. So you can tell them if there is something that defines me. So the first thing that you're gonna start with is that what defines you. See, because you as a person, right, your profile, maybe like who all are here, Sandeep, Yugandhar, Suwana, Hassan, Mayank, Negi, all these guys, like Hriday and all that stuff, they already have your profile. They know about you. They know your know-hows, all that stuff, right? Everything is there, right? Now, if you kind of repeat the same thing, it's not gonna be really fun. So you tell them something. So if I start my interview, if there is something that defines me as a person, मतलब यार ये तो किसी ने बोला ही नहीं था, ये तो हमने कभी लाइफ में सुना भी नहीं था. What this guy is talking about? Okay, let me kind of give him my attention. Let me give him my 1 minute, at least a minute. This guy deserves, because he started on a very different note altogether. You getting my point, right? So you guys have to make them interesting, because you guys need that college. They don't need it. They have got thousands of people to interview. So you have to kind of work your way out so that this interview turns out to be a discussion. Most of the time when I interview people, I kind of feel so, I feel pity for them. बंदा आया, बैठा, इंटरव्यू दिया, बात किया, चले गया. Simple. कहाँ discussion हुआ? नहीं हुआ. I never felt like asking that guy anything. Like, he just came in, walked in, introduced himself, and just went out. Yeah, I mean, that's all. He did not generate any inquisitiveness, so that I can ask him a couple of more questions. He did not kind of generated that interest during the interview, so that I can ask him more about himself. That's the main hurdle, guys. So as far as the sample opening is concerned, see, the only thing that you guys need to understand is that, boss, I'm gonna go for this interview, and this interview is gonna be a discussion and not an interview. And that's the reason you will always have question answer, question answer, question answer. It's like table tennis. Right? टक 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 हो जाता है. 5 मिनट में आप बाहर आते हो, 10 मिनट में आप बाहर आते हो, या फिर वो आपकी केस ले लेते हैं कि यार तुमको ये नहीं पता, ये नहीं पता, ये नहीं पता. And then people tell me that कि सर बहुत टेक्निकल था, बहुत जार्गन पूछा. पूछेगा ना यार, tell me honestly, use this logically यार. If you are not telling them about yourself, which is kind of interesting, what these guys are gonna do as a panel? What am I gonna do as a panel, right? Like I have this kind of experience. कि बंदा आया बैठा बस introduce बोला उसको tell me about yourself. He started for all the stuff. I'm not interested. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get my job done, right? Fair enough. तो तुम आए तुम बैठे ठीक है यार चलो ये बता दो मैक्रो इकोनॉमी के बारे में बता दो ठीक है रिजर्व पॉलिसी बता दो थोड़ा बहुत कोई समेशन है इक्वेशन के बारे में बता दो खत्म हो गया इंटरव्यू एंड होता क्या है बीच में आप एक आध बात ऐसे बोल जाते हो जो उनको खटकती है कि यार ये कैसे हो गया लाइक ये तो रॉन्ग आंसर है तो आपको आना चाहिए कि मैक्रो इंपॉर्टेंट है कि माइक्रो इंपॉर्टेंट है और स्टूडेंट ने कुछ अलग ही आंसर दे दिया फिर उनको वो चमका अरे यार ये कैसे हो सकता है तो बहुत सिंपल चीज है दैट्स व्हेयर दे काइंड ऑफ गेट a bit energetic and they start taking your case no this is wrong tell me this tell me that blah 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 blah. So guys, the first thing is that you have to tell me, rather you have to kind of put it down on your piece of a paper wherein you come up with this solid opening. It can be anything. You can start with a quote. Yeah, you can start with any of the idol role model. You can start with any saying which ever was told by any of the role model of yours, or you can start by your name. So for example, my name is Gaurav, and I think I'm lucky enough to have my name kind of go with my personality because this is what I've learned throughout my life, that whatever work that I will be doing, or like whatever work that I've done in my life, for me it's not a big or small thing, right? Give me any task, I'm going to put in my 110% into that task, because whatever I do, I kind of have that pride in myself that okay fine, I show that gratitude that I've got this opportunity. Even today I'm sitting here facing the interview of I'm Bangalore. I want to show my gratitude that I'm really kind of I have that pride in my whatever, like just make it up saying that yeah, I feel good about it. That's how you start, kind of take them away from your CV, take them away from your profile, kind of change their entire mood, change their entire mind. They may be preoccupied with some thoughts कि यार ये बंदा आएगा, ये बंदा कॉमर्स का इंजीनियरिंग का है, इसको हम ये क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे. For the fact you came, you started with different opening altogether, they got impressed and they really don't want to ask you any questions. As simple as that. That's how you can go ahead with that, right? So either you come up with a slok, or you come up with any kind of a saying, any proverb, any good quality of yours, or maybe you can make it up from your name itself, or say any quote by any person. So I'm giving you 6 to 7 options to kind of start with your opening of tell me something about yourself. Guys, are we clear enough here? If you have any questions, please shoot. All right. Okay. So that's the first thing that you need to understand. Ki you'll open it up. Now that's the first. That's going to be your first bracket, I would say. The second bracket will be people talk about their academics, or people talk about their achievement, or people talk about their certifications and all that. But again, whenever you talk about these certifications, or whenever you talk about these achievements, make it a point that you make it a point that you are not again being monotonous, and you should not tell them I've done my graduation from Symbiosis and I was ranked 1 in Pune University, blah blah blah. Don't do that. You kind of make it a story that so you told them about, right, this shloka, or you told them about this quote and all that. So that's how you kind of take them step by step, attach a story to it, saying that passion to perform or something like that. Then kind of take them back to your colleges and say that I got this very much clear, or I got an exposure to XYZ thing when I was doing my graduation from this college, and I was involved. I got myself indulged in a couple of extracurricular activities wherein I was head of the placement committee, I was head of the culture event, something like that. So the only thing is that you don't give them answers in a bullet point 1 2 3 4. Don't do that. You kind of make a story, a nice, wonderful, beautiful story. Even in my earlier video, right, I've made it a point. I've given an example of dad and a mom. So mom is always like she'll always kind of create that inquisitiveness inside you, saying that she'll always kind of put the things into the story. If you want to start a story, you can start a story that I am somebody who came from a small town, born and grown up. I have seen people, a lot of people say that born and brought up in their SOPs and all that, in their interviews and all that. is born and grown up. So you can say that, yeah, I started my life. You can kind of, start your introduction from your school level. That when I was in ninth standard or when I was in 10th standard, I wasn't a really privileged guy. I was pretty much short on my all the amenities, a lot of struggle, blah blah blah, all that stuff. That's the another way to kind of open up your story. Talk about your schooling, talk about your college, then take them to the the last year of your college, and so on and so forth, and then kind of work it, all that stuff. So always it's a good thing that you make it a story pre-planned. This has to be pre-planned. You can't directly start in the interview, right? So this has to be pre-planned, and then you kind of make it a point that you talk to them about this. So the pehla bracket hoga aapka story, second bracket hoga talking about your academics. Now it's not really important that you should always talk about your academics, but yeah, trust me, if you're ABC wala banda, you have amazing academics which you really don't want to talk about again. Why? Because the moment you tell them that you've got 98% in a 12th standard, you will get a question based on any of the topic or any of the chapter. Even if you don't, you will be getting an ABC, no doubt about that. But the only thing is that why do you want to do it by yourself? So my advice, don't talk exclusively about your academics. Yeah, if you are rank 1 in the university, or maybe you have done some Olympiad, or if you have excelled in something, then you can talk about it. So pehla wala jo bracket hoga, that's your story. What defines you as a person? What's your personality? What are your views? What are your opinions, your principles? How do you live your life? Something like that. So that's only first bracket. Second bracket is going to be all your learning, your achievements, your academics, what you've been learning throughout your life, right? Your third bracket is going to be all about your work ex. So if you're somebody who's been working somewhere, then you can talk about your work ex. And in the end, this third bracket should be kind of stretched out. I want you guys to kind of stretch a bit on your work ex wala thing, because work ex के बारे में ज्यादा बात करोगे तो work ex पे ही क्वेश्चन आएंगे. If you have seen my another video जहाँ पे मैंने ग्राफ दिखाया था, पहला या प्रोफेशनल अवार्ड्स यू कैन टॉक अबाउट. तो प्रोफेशनल अवार्ड्स हो गया, प्रोफेशनल सर्टिफिकेशंस हो गया, ऑन साइट की बात हो गई, क्लाइंट एंगेजमेंट की बात हो गई, ये सब आपका वर्क एक्स में आएगा. if you are somebody who actually gone to the on site, right? Maybe you were in India and you've gone to say US or UK, आप चले गए हो, that can also be an opening for you. You can start with that as an opening, right? कि yeah, definitely this is what an experience that I had. So आपको क्लब करना है, आपको बकेट्स बनाने कि भाई पहला बकेट होगा मेरी ओपनिंग, जहां पे एक फाइन ट्यूनिंग वाली ओपनिंग मेरी होगी. मेरा सेकंड बकेट होगा मेरी अचीवमेंट्स, मेरी ऑल एकेडमिकल अचीवमेंट्स. मेरा थर्ड बकेट होगा जहां पे मैं सिर्फ और सिर्फ मेरे प्रोफेशनलिज्म के बारे में ही बात करूंगा. और इन तीनों बकेट में मैं ऐसी कोई भी बात नहीं करूंगा जहां पे मुझे क्वेश्चंस आ सकते हैं. डेलिबरेटली आपको वो सब चीजें नहीं डालनी है, और आपको कोई भी ओपन एंडेड चीज नहीं रखनी है. ऑलवेज रिमेंबर, एक हुक होना चाहिए आपके हर एक चीज में. सो यू कैन काइंड ऑफ स्टार्ट विद 1 2 3 4 से कर्मण्यवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन. ये जो मेरा श्लोक था वो गीता से आया. अब एक बंदे ने मुझे पूछा कि सर कि वो मुझे ये भी पूछ सकता है कि यार तुम्हें एक ही श्लोक पता है गीता से. हाँ भाई, एक ही श्लोक पता है तो पता है, दैट्स इट. You are not supposed to, or you are not expected to know the entire Gita, right? भाई एक श्लोक भी पता है वो भी बहुत बड़ी बात है, right? So ये सब questions आपके दिमाग में आएंगे. If you have this kind of question, you can always get in touch with me. I will help you to solve them. So that's how it is, right? So for people who got IMK calls, make it a point that whatever line that you, so for example, if you tell them that say you're from Gujarat, right? So make sure that Gujarat के politics के ऊपर question आएंगे, गुजरात के तुम्हारे लीडरशिप के ऊपर क्वेश्चंस आएंगे, ज्योग्राफी पे क्वेश्चंस आएंगे, कल्चर के क्वेश्चंस आएंगे. सो गाइस, if you really want to make it a point that you want to tell them that I'm from Gujarat or I'm from Ahmedabad, be ready with all the questions, right? That's the first scenario that I'm telling you. तो हमें क्या करना है ना, हमें हमारा इंट्रोडक्शन श्रिंक करना है. हमें वो 10 पॉइंट बनाने हैं कि भाई 10 पॉइंट पे कुछ भी आ जाए हम बोल सकते हैं. तो ओलंपियाड बनाया हमने, ओलंपियाड खेला था, या फिर हमने कल्चरल इवेंट करा था कॉलेज में. तो भाई कल्चरल इवेंट कौन सा था? अब कल्चरल इवेंट पे बंदा पूछ के क्या पूछेगा, कौन सा कल्चरल इवेंट था, क्यों था, कितना पैसा इकट्ठा किया, क्या स्पॉन्सरशिप लाई, क्या रोल था, ब्ला ब्ला ब्ला. समझा? मान you told them about that you have done your graduation from Symbiosis. Okay, great. Who's the founder of Symbiosis? Why Symbi was founded? How many streams are there? What's the ranking of Symbiosis? What happens is all that stuff, right? ये सब questions तो आप आंसर दे ही सकते हो, definitely, right? Fine. तो ये सब चीजें आपको बैठ के लिखनी है. और इसके बाद भी अगर आपको पूछता है कोई ऐसा क्वेश्चन जो आपके लाइन में नहीं था, then that's okay. You really can't help it, because shit happens and you got to be ready for it, because yeah, you are somebody who's going to get into this top notch college and you got to be ready for anything that comes to your way, right? So yeah, that's how it is. So simple सी बात है, pointers बनाने आपको. If you're my student, you can make those pointers, send it across to me. but give me some time, because if your interview is like close by, I might not be able to help you. But yeah, if your interview is like say after 5th of February, I can definitely tell you कि भाई आपके bullet points कितने सही है और आपको कहाँ पे problem आएगी. Simple. Are we clear? 3 buckets. पहला वाला ओपनिंग वाला, दूसरा वाला academics and all this stuff. Academics में प्रोजेक्ट डाल दो, कुछ भी चीजें डाल दो. एंड वाला होगा आपका वर्क एक्स. अब बच्चा लोग बोलेगा सर मेरे पास वर्क एक्स नहीं है, आई एम अ फ्रेशर, सो क्या करना है? हे थैंक्स मैन, थैंक यू सो मच. सो या अगर कोई बोलता है कि यार सर मैं तो फ्रेशर हूं, मेरे पास कुछ भी नहीं है, मेरे पास वर्क एक्स है नहीं. सो यार द मोमेंट यू नो दैट यू आर अ फ्रेशर and you have nothing to talk as far as the work is concerned, I will advise you that you talk a lot about your extracurricular, a lot about your co-curricular, a lot about your own learning throughout your life, right? You are 21-year-old, you are 22 years old, what you have learned throughout these things, right? And always make it a point. एक चीज याद रखना, एक चीज, and this is going to be really important, ये चीज याद रखना always. The moment you tell them about introduce yourself, एंड में जब आप वर्कएक्स के बारे में बात करोगे, एंड में एकदम, या फिर आप फ्रेशर हो, वर्कएक्स हो, कुछ भी हो, एंड में सर आपको एक काम करना है, आपको एक लाइन छोड़नी है वहां पे जो आपकी वीकनेस है. हजारों मेंटर्स आपको मिलेंगे, हजारों लोग बोलेंगे सर अपनी वीकनेस कभी मत बताना. आई एम टेलिंग यू, डू टेल देम योर वीकनेस. वो वीकनेस के ऊपर बनेगा हुक, और वो बंदा पूछेगा अच्छा सो यू डोंट नो हाउ टू डू टाइम मैनेजमेंट, अच्छा सो यू आर नॉट अ मल्टीटास्कर, ओके यू आर अ शॉर्ट टेम्पर्ड, ओके ब्ला ब्ला ब्ला. This is going to be a hook for YMBA. Guys, are you with me? समझ रहे क्या चल रहा है? बाउंसर गया. Can we tell them that I was yeah, definitely you can tell them that you were part of that Bharat guides and all that stuff, right? I think most of us get the fear of being asked to the depth. We might not know any word of reassurance. Okay, guys, begin this question immediately. If you don't know anything, it's always good to say no. देखो यार, ये जो इंटरव्यू का सेशन है, I'm only going to talk about IIMs, top non-IIMs, and I'm going to talk about symbiosis. Trust me, it's a humble request. जो भी मैं यहाँ पे बोल रहा हूँ, अगर आप केजेस में जिम, IIMI, टापमी को एम कर रहे हो, प्लीज ये आंसर्स मत उठाना. Trust me, I have different interview sessions. I have a different interview strategies for ABC exclusively. KIL different and new IIMs को पकड़ के इनका एक मेरा अलग सा क्लब है. सिम्बी के लिए अलग सी चीजें होंगी, और ये जो बाकी के कॉलेजेस है उनके लिए अलग सा है. तो यार हर टाइप के कॉलेज के लिए मेरा पीआई का सेशन अलग होगा. तो अगर आप आईएम वाले हो, नॉन आईएम वाले हो, टॉप नो एसपी एंड एनएम वाले हो, आईआईटी वाले हो, सिम्बी वाले हो, ये आपके लिए ट्रस्ट मी इज गोना वर्क अमेजिंग फॉर यू, गारंटी है. राइट, ईयर ऑन ईयर बच्चों लोगों ने कन्वर्ट कराया कॉल्स, यही सब चीजें बच्चों ने, कितने सारे बच्चों ने तो कॉपी पेस्ट मारे, कर्मने वादी का रस्ते फेमस हो गया. गेटिंग माय पॉइंट. तो अगर आप सर बोलोगे सर मुझे एबीसी का भी कॉल है, मुझे सिम्बी का भी कॉल है, मुझे केजी का भी आने वाला है, तो तीनों टाइम आप मुझे अलग अलग से प्रिपेयर कराओगे? हाँ भाई, अलग अलग से प्रिपेयर करेंगे, बिकॉज आपके डायनेमिक्स चेंज होते हैं. आप एबीसी का इंटरव्यू आप केजे में कॉपी पेस्ट नहीं मार सकते, शॉर्ट शॉर्ट रिजेक्शन होगा. और केजे का इंटरव्यू आप सिम्बी और एबीसी में कॉपी पेस्ट नहीं मार सकते, शॉर्ट शॉर्ट वहां पे भी रिजेक्शन होगा. कैसे होगा, क्या होगा, शायद से आपको नाउ सिम्बियोसिस, ठीक है. सिम्बी के क्वेश्चन थोड़े बाद में रखेंगे. समझा आपको इंट्रोड्यूस कैसे करना है, बेसिकली क्या करना है. अभी ये 3 चीजें पता चली. कोई क्वेश्चन हो तो पूछेगा प्लीज, आई एम रेडी टू टेक देम. Abhishek Sharma, I have been in Simbi family and whatever part of Simbi family. But यहाँ पे और एक क्वेश्चन आएगा, why symbiosis? तो be ready with the answer. Okay, let's go back to fresher. तो freshers को अगर तो आप थोड़ी ज्यादा बात करना आपके कॉलेज के प्रोजेक्ट के बारे में. कोई प्रोजेक्ट नहीं है तो प्रोजेक्ट बनाओ, कुछ भी बनाओ. इंडिया 2020, डीमोनेटाइजेशन, जस्ट मेक इट, बट मेक इट अ प्रोजेक्ट ऑन द टॉपिक और सब्जेक्ट जहां पे भाई आपकी होल्ड बहुत अच्छी हो, wherein you know the shit about it, like every goddamn thing about that project. So whatever they ask you, you can tell them right there. Are you guys with me? Okay, now let's kind of start with freshers. खत्म कर दो freshers की बारी पहले कंप्लीट कर लेते हैं. तो फ्रेश की इंटरव्यू ऑलवेज गोना बी टेक्निकल. आप कुछ भी कर लो, अगर आप एबीसी जा रहे हो, आप केआईएल जा रहे हो, श्योर शॉट आपको वो पूछेगा. श्योर शॉट आपको पूछेगा. कॉमर्स के बंदे हो, फाइनेंस के बंदे हो, पूछेगा भाई बता डिस्काउंटेड कैश फ्लो क्या होता है. टेल मी व्हाट यू मीन बाय मर्जर्स एंड एक्विजिशन. टेल मी व्हाट इज अमालगमेशन. टेल मी व्हाट इज joint venture. All that stuff, right? All that stuff they will be asking you. So guys, as far as you are fresher, if you are a fresher, try to take them away from your entire technical stuff by talking a lot about yourself, by talking a lot about your own personality, how kind of you kind of overcame with all your struggle and your blah blah weaknesses and all that stuff. But एक weakness आपको उनको बताना है, और वो weakness ऐसा बताना है जहां पे आपका YMBA का आंसर आ जाए. सिंपल सी बात है. Fair enough. तो फ्रेशर्स को अगर कुछ डाउट्स हो, प्लीज आस्क मी ऑन द स्पॉट. आई कैन काइंड ऑफ क्लियर देम. नाउ आई विल मूव अहेड विद योर वर्कएक्स वाला बच्चा लोग. वर्कएक्स वाले बंदे जब पर्सनल इंटरव्यू के बारे में बात करेंगे, प्लीज प्लीज डू नॉट टॉक अबाउट ऑल दैट स्टफ जो लोग तुम्हें बोलते हैं कि यार ओके यू नो व्हाट, लेट मी हैव दिस काइंड ऑफ थिंग. बता दो यार मुझे, अगर आप वर्कएक्स के बारे में बात करना चाहते हैं, कौन से पॉइंट्स, व्हाट ऑल पॉइंट्स विल बी पुटिंग अक्रॉस front of the panel out there. If you are facing SIBM Pune, SIBM HRD, SIBM Bangalore, ABC, what points you'll be telling them if you have a work ex, maybe 6 months more, like anything which is like 6 months more, what points you would love to tell them? yes, वो ब्लैक बुक वगैरह कुछ तो होता है ना आप लोगों का, फ्रेशर्स का, बात कर सकते हो आप. Acha, Alex, can you please park this question? It's a very important question. 2 years, yeah, buddy, I'll take that question. It's a very important question. Just park it. High client engagement, job responsibilities. Okay, what else will you tell them? What else will you tell them? Work achievement, mistake. What do you learn? Okay. Challenges and solutions. Acha, एक चीज मुझे अभी चमका. Internship. You can actually put your internships into your introduction, that you were interned by ABC and all that stuff. Internship आप एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर में डाल सकते हो. Internship, Prince, please park this question. I'm going to come back to this question quickly. I'm parking 2 questions out here. एक Prince का question है internship का, और एक Alex का question है. I forgot that question. 2 साल के गैप का. I'll talk about it. अच्छा देखो, अगर आप वर्कएक्स वाले बंदे हो, राइट, बहुत सारे लोग आपको बोलेंगे कि आपको बोलना क्या है. व्हाट आर यू सपोज्ड टू टेल व्हेन यू आर इन एबीसी और व्हेन यू आर इन द आईएम्स. they'll tell you that you talk about that you were working on a multi-billion-dollar project. Okay, they'll tell you that you tell them that you've been to one site. Great. You can tell them that I've did this, I've did that, and all that stuff. We can tell them about your JD, that my job was managing client and handling client and blah blah blah. I have seen some mentors making these kind of videos. I know I've seen some websites where I have seen these articles. I'll tell you, these are all old thoughts. These are all old thoughts. It does not work anymore. It does not work anymore. When you tell them that I have worked with a multi-billion-dollar, my question to you is, which is the company which doesn't have that multi-billion-dollar wala thing if they are outsourcing the business, right? अगर आप IT के बंदे हो, mostly your clients are going to be the top-notch investment bankers in the world. They are by default multi-billion-dollar है. They are like trillion, right? तो अगर आप उनको ये बता दो कि I have worked with a multi-billion-dollar company and all that, trust me, it's not going to be really impressive. It's not going to be really impressive. Okay, so what you're going to do is basically, you're not going to tell them that what did you do, or what you used to work on. Now there are 2 things out here. One is, if you have done something which you only know very well about, okay, say maybe any software, or if you've worked on any language like maybe Java, C++, maybe anything to do with the SQL and all that, you can tell them about that. But moreover, for the fact I told you, I don't want your interview to kind of move ahead to the technical front. I want your interview to be more on the HR front, right? If I were you, I'll tell them that I worked with ABC company, my client was XYZ. Then you only and only tell them you're learning. I worked with ABCD company, private limited, blah blah blah. And sir, what I've learned? I think the $1,000,000 thing that I've learned is you got to be a great team player and eventually be a great team leader. That's what you want to tell them. If you're ABC guy, you got to tell them that yes, I've learned how to be a leader. I've seen my managers, I've seen my CEOs, CFOs, I've seen my India head, zonal head. How what kind of their work etiquettes are, their work ethics are. So you need to tell them, because if you are an ABC guy, you are expected to be a leader in couple of years down the line. Even if you're not, even if you don't want to be, always remember your answer, introduce myself, has to be connected to the pedagogy of that entire college. Doesn't matter whether you see, if you have it in you, you will be inside the college. If not, then you'll be out of the college. But if you're interviewed by ABC, you have to talk on the level which is ABC level. If you are SIBM Pune ka banda, you have to talk on the level which is SIBM Pune ka level. If you go to AC Majadi, you're sitting in the AC Majadi interview and you're telling them that my dream is to work with Goldman Sachs in their front end role. I want to be a derivative trader. Are you fucking kidding me? Derivative trader ki profile yahan pe nahi aati, sir. Go to ABC for that. You're out on the spot. Guys, are you with me? Are you trying to understand what I'm saying? So guys, you have to play very much strategically, right? You have to put in those words, you have to put in those sentences very, very carefully. There should not be any mismatch. Sometimes you get disqualified, or sometimes you don't convert a call because you are overqualified, और मे बी आपके ड्रीम्स इतने हाई फंडा है कि आपका कॉलेज दे ही नहीं पाएगा. तो सिंपल सी बात है यार, मुझे बच्चे बोलते हैं कि सर मुझे इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकर बनना है, और मैं पैनल में बैठा हूं, मुझे पता है यार मेरी कॉलेज में तो ये इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकिंग की प्रोफाइल आती नहीं. Then this guy is not an asset to me. This guy is a liability to me, because eventually this guy is not going to be somebody who will be taking the placement whichever comes to his way. He will be waiting for his dream placement. तो ये सब चीजें बात नहीं करनी है इंट्रोड्यूस योरसेल्फ में कि मुझे डेजिग्नेशन ये चाहिए वो चाहिए blah blah blah. But if you are an ABC guy, if you are interviewed by ABC people, you got to tell them कि क्या designation you are looking at. तो आपका जो work ex होगा आप वहां पे बता सकते हो, yes, I aspire to be a leader. I aspire to be a leader in like top 100. I aspire to be a businesswoman in top 100. It's my dream to be in India's top 25 businesswomen in the next 10 years. That's what I aspire to be. You got to tell them boldly, right? They would love that confidence because you are being interviewed by ABC. Are you guys with me? Fair enough. तो जब वर्क की बात आती है, don't tell them all this bullshit stuff कि मेरा client ये था वो था मैंने वो करा ये करा. Nobody's interested in listening to all that, because what you're telling me, everybody out there who's been in the queue will be telling me the same stuff. So as a professional, I'm not really going to be interested to listen to you कि आपका क्या client को था, कैब जी था, क्या था, ये था, वो था. No. I want to understand. I want to listen to something very different. Okay, what did you learn from your job? What mistakes did you do, when you were on board? How did you kind of, come up with the, solutions to it? Tell them something that you learned. How you became proactive. Okay. How did you learn disaster management? Being on your toes, syncing, liaising with the top management. How to look at the things from their perspective, not from your perspective. Guys, अगर हाई फंडा हो रहा हो तो प्लीज मुझे बता देना. I kind of tell you in a very subtle way, but I want you guys to use the same language that I'm talking in the interview if you really want to convert the college. Yes. Give examples of situations where you took the charge of the stuff. Always tell them. You can kind of tell them that how it was a crisis for you when you kind of make it up the stuff, right? When you started with the company, you can tell them, I started with the company, I was working with the IT company, right? Now IT company is known for attrition, right? So I got into that company, right? In 3 months I became the senior because all other people, they were serving their notice period. So it was kind of emergency situation for me to kind of come to the ladder, come to the expectations of my management. I had to put in extra work. I had to. That's what I learned. How do you kind of see? Otherwise, what people do. See, this is what happens in ABC. You get your assignments and your deliverables in 3 hours. Your deliverables are in 4 hours and 5 hours. How are you gonna meet up those stringent deadlines? So that's what I'm telling you. If I'm a faculty of IIM Ahmedabad, Bangalore, or Calcutta, I know that what kind of work schedule we have. We have assignments lined up which has 3 hours, 4 hours ka deadline. You need to tell them that, sir, I have already trained myself to deliver in the stringent deadlines. I can deliver in 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. That's how you need to connect your personality with college ka requirement. That's what you're going to talk in your work ex in the answer of tell me something about yourself. स्टार्टअप का अगर आपका वर्किंग है तो वेरी गुड, बिकॉज स्टार्टअप में आपको सब करना पड़ता है, फ्रंट एंड से लेके बैक एंड तक करना पड़ता है. आप ही मार्केटिंग करोगे, आप ही ऑप्स करोगे, एचआर भी आप करोगे, फाइनेंस भी आप देखोगे. अमेजिंग. इफ यू हैव स्टार्टअप का आंसर send it to me. I'll kind of frame that for you and I'll give it to you. Alex buddy, I'm really sorry, I cannot take random questions. Even if you hate me, that's okay, but I cannot take random questions. I will go with my flow because there are people here for introduce yourself, and that's what I'm here for. Why MBA after engineering? Different session altogether. Only introduce yourself. Guys, any questions in introduce yourself, me? Alex, please give me some time. Please give me 10 minutes, buddy. I'll take that question for you. Don't worry. Guys, any question in introduce yourself? Okay, great. This is the perfect thing. Sarvesh, thanks for bringing this up. Yeah, if you have worked with a startup which failed, 1000% डालना है. इसको तो डालना ही डालना है. Why? I'll tell you, because the moment you tell them that I've seen startup being, I've seen startup which failed miserably, right? I don't want to be in the same position. I want to understand management. I want to learn management. I want to learn the strategic architecture of the company. I want to understand the budgeting. I want to understand the capital management. I want to understand how these dynamics work, because I've seen a startup being a failure. Great. ये तो डालना है. Deliberately डालो. So होता कैसे ना? The moment you tell them that I worked with a startup which failed, right? Eventually, like 6 months or a month, and people will ask you, okay, then what happened there? It's a part of a story. It's a part of a story. This is how you kind of create that inquisitiveness. Okay, what was this? What was the startup all about? So the startup was all about food and all that stuff. Why it failed? It failed because of 1, 2, 3, 4. So guys, these are the stuff that you can put into your introduce yourself. So startup अगर fail हुआ, बिंदास रखो यार, please. Prince, you don't want to tell them that you want to be a consultant. You don't want to tell them, if you're in Calcutta, then you can tell them that you want to be a financial consultant. You got to be very much clear what kind of consultancy you want to do. Whether it's going to be investment banking consultancy, M&A consultancy, IPO consultancy, derivative consultancy, valuation consultancy, maybe IFRS, accounting, compliance, Sarbanes-Oxley. What kind of consultancy you want to get into? Which designation, which company, and which is the domain. So kind of put them in a bucket, throw it to them, done. फैमिली बिजनेस चलेगा, बिंदास करो, चलेगा. No, don't say that. Catch me say that I am born to a family of doctor for which I have developed a competitive attitude in me. Don't do that, Suhana. Don't do that. पहला question आएगा. If you're born in a family which is full of doctors, why don't you want to pursue, MBBS? Sorry, why don't you want to get into the doctor profession? It's a very respected profession across the world, isn't it? क्यों आपको question लेने हैं? 1 year gap. अच्छा, ठीक है. 1 year gap का question हम बाद में लेंगे. एलेक्स का question वैसे पेंडिंग है. Should I talk about my family background? No, कोई जरूरत नहीं फैमिली के बारे में बात करने की, बहुत हो गया फैमिली के बारे में भी बात नहीं करना है. It is your own bloody battle. It's your own battle. You got to tell them about yourself. People talk about their families and all that. No need. No need. You tell them that my father is the national head of Bajaj Alliance, whatever. Just I'm giving a hypothetical example. My father is the national head of XYZ company, right? So go and join that company. Your father is the national head. He can kind of take you in the company. Why do you want to do an MBA? MBA के बाद भी तुम वही करने वाले हो. अभी कर लो. NMIMS, no, these tips are not valid for NMIMS. It's only ABC KIL. How to present the work ex? Nalin, buddy, send me a WhatsApp. Frame your answer. Send me a WhatsApp. I kind of get back to you. Yeah, you can use these answers for SIBM Pune. All the IIMs. You can kind of use them for SPJN also. Yes, definitely. Prince, क्या था बड़ी एक? In fact, they said to hide it. Who said to hide what? Varun, you can take my number from my other videos. In the end of the video, I have actually mentioned my number. You can kind of WhatsApp me on there, or you can kind of get in touch with me on Facebook also. Yes, boarding school के बारे में बात कर सकते हैं, experience के बारे में बात कर सकते हैं, definitely. Okay, so let's say your first question is not about introduce yourself. They ask you where you from. Sir, I'm from Mumbai. I'm born and grown up there, and it's a place where I've learned a lot of stuff in my life. I think whatever today I am, I'm only because of this city itself. The city has taught me a lot. Simple. Start like that. वो पूछेगा what the city has taught you. Why are you saying this? Blah 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 blah. फिर भी मान लो इंटरव्यू ने नहीं पूछा. फिर पूछा अच्छा okay fine. So you're from this college? Yes sir. I have done my graduation from say I've done my graduation from XYZ college, and it was an amazing experience. Trust me. If you, with your permission, I want to kind of explain one of the event that happened, or one of the incident that happened to me in my college, and that changed my perspective towards life completely. Ask them a permission. कोई भी panel ना नहीं बोलेगा. I can guarantee you. कोई भी panel ना नहीं बोलेगा. But very smartly you got to put that across. Role model, yes, you can talk about things you've learned from your role model, yes. Okay, what you can expect it. See, guys, I'm telling you. Okay, I'll reiterate everything for the fact नया बच्चा लोगों ने भी join किया है. Guys, I have really good plans for all of you. Finance का question, finance का session अलग से लूंगा. Marketing का session अलग से लूंगा. Strategy का sessions हम अलग से रखने वाले हैं. I kind of want to sort this out step by step. Today I only want to talk about your introduce yourself. अगर आप if you guys want, I can take 1 hour का session जहाँ पे हम सिर्फ और सिर्फ questions के बारे में बात करेंगे, random questions. I can do that, but not today, please. अच्छा, why ये kind of detailing है यार? You got to give them the detailing, right? You got to give them the detailing. If you are actually going for colleges like ABC, SPJN, and if you're kind of going for colleges like SIBM Pune, you have to tell them that what's the purpose. You have to tell them what you are, where do you want to be, and what is the MBA, and how this MBA is going to take you places. You got to tell them. You have to do the detailing. Trust me, you don't do the detailing, उनको हवा हवा में आंसर दो, आपका रिजल्ट भी वैसे निकलने वाला है. If you don't tell them in detail, somebody else is going to tell them in the detail. Look at the profile of these ABC folks. They are amazing, out of the world. If you don't tell them in the detailed manner, somebody else is going to tell them. Somebody else is going to have your lunch. You want that? Go ahead with that. लोग बोलते हैं डिटेलिंग में मत बात करो, तभी बात मत करो जब आपको पता नहीं होगा. If your dream is to become an investment banker, put it on the table that I want to be a bloody investment banker. and learn about it. Like, how you want to be an innocent banker. I would appreciate, as a panel, I would appreciate somebody telling me in detail, kind of, telling me his aspirations, his dreams, rather than somebody's kind of gumofying the thing and has no fucking clue what he wants to be in his life. Samjha? Huh. When you go to colleges like Wellington and cages and all that, there you can tell them that, I will take it a chance, kind of I look forward to it, I'll think about it, blah, blah, blah. वहां पे डिटेलिंग करोगे तो शायद से गलत भी हो सकता है, हाँ. But if you tell them over there, if you tell them that, I want to work with, say, ICICI Bank as a wealth manager, यार ICICI Bank की wealth management की profile केजे में आती है, Wellington में आती है, they are happy with it. But if you tell them that I want to be a financial consultant in say Carney, or in say Macquarie, or in say Avendus, जो कंपनी कैंपस पे आती नहीं है, इतने आप वहां पे डिटेलिंग करोगे, उस टाइप की प्रोफाइल अगर उस कैंपस पे नहीं आती है, then you are gone. Okay, let's take one question about your gap. Trust me, गैप जो होता है ना आपकी इंटरव्यू, आपकी जो काइंड ऑफ स्कूलिंग में या फिर आपके इंजीनियर के बीच में, या फिर इंजीनियर करने के बाद जो आप 1 साल का गैप लेते हो. सो गाइस, इफ यू हैव टेकन 1 year का गैप, ट्रस्ट मी, it does not matter. I have seen some people making video about it and all that. Trust me, it's bullshit. Nobody care a damn about your gap. Everybody understands in today's competitive world, it's so bloody vital that you take 1 year ka gap, sit at home, and then kind of prove yourself in this competition. So agar aapke paas gap hai, some people are making video, creating a video about out of these things. It doesn't work like that. Even their answers are nowhere close to convincing. Nowhere close to convincing. गैप अगर आपने लिया है, अगर आपने घर पे बैठ के काम किया है, बोलो मैं घर पे था, मैंने अपना काम करा, मैंने अपनी पढ़ाई करी, दिस इज व्हाट आई हैव. सिंपल सी बात है. गैप लेने के बाद अगर आपको एबीसी का कॉल आता है, देन यू आर सॉर्टेड फॉर योर लाइफ. गैप लेने के बाद भी अगर कोई बोलता है कि यार यू टुक 1 year का गैप एंड यू गॉट ओनली 89 percentile, यस आई टुक 1 year का गैप, आई गॉट 89 percentile because that's the best that I could do. But now it's a self realization, or it's a happy realization that whatever best as a concept that I used to believe in, that's not the best. I have to work even harder in my life, and that's where I am, and I'm ready to put in hard work. Simple. So लोग बोलते हैं कि गैप लेके बताओ एनजीओ. Trust me, don't even talk about NGO if you do not really mean it. If you have never kind of worked for an NGO, don't even dare to talk about NGO, because they also know that all these things are ये आजकल के पैतरे हो गए हैं बताने के कि मैंने एनजीओ में काम करा. यार 10 में से 2 बच्चा लोग दिल से एनजीओ को काम करता है, दिल से वो एनजीओ ज्वाइन करके काम करते हैं. बाकी के मेंटर्स आपको बोलेंगे एनजीओ बताओ, एनजीओ बताओ. दिल टेक योर केस एंड दिल टेक यू ऑन अ मस्त एक राइड पे लेके जाएंगे आपको. अच्छा बच्चा एनजीओ पे काम करा, बताओ ये क्यों करा, वो क्यों करा. Don't tell them about NGO. Like, see, my answers are all those answers which are currently happening in the market. I mean, खुदा ना खास्ता ऐसा हो नहीं, next year if you repeat same session, you'll get different answers. That's for sure. That's something which is guaranteed. Don't tell them this bullshit NGO. दिल से काम कर रहा है बिंदास बोलो. नहीं काम कर रहा है तो यार don't tell them that I worked in an NGO for 1 year and all that. Nobody take a break to work in the NGO. Let's be honest about it. Okay, cool. What else I can help you guys with today? Tell me anything I can help you with. Started my own business, chalega. Tell them started my own business, took a gap for a year, chalega. Okay, you have to talk with attitude or being polite. Depend on your college. If you're an ABC, KIL, you can't talk to them like ज्यादा humble होके भी नहीं बात कर सकते. थोड़ा एटीट्यूड आपको दिखाना पड़ेगा. मैंने कहा you are like who you are. If you're in ABC, KIL, who you are. You're a future leader. If you don't have the attitude, then who else is going to have the attitude, guys? Trust me, it's a big deal. Okay, fine. बट ज्यादा एटीट्यूड में कभी बात मत करना. एटीट्यूड का मतलब क्या होता है यार, सिंपल सी बात है. एरोगेंट वे में कभी बात मत करना. एनीथिंग दैट यू फील फ्रॉम बॉटम ऑफ योर हार्ट, पुट इट ऑन द टेबल. द वे आई एम टेलिंग यू राइट नाउ, you might find me, this guy is rude, this guy is arrogant. Trust me, I'm not. I'm just telling you because I strongly believe it, I strongly feel it. That's the reason I'm putting it across to you guys. As simple as that. I'm not being diplomatic. I'm giving you all these genuine answers, which I strongly believe in. Simple. SSBF, SIMC का सेशन मैं अलग से लूंगा, brother. You can join in me over there. Sir, my role model be a fictional character from a. Nalin, please don't make it complicated, buddy. Your passion is really inspiring. Thank you so much, Prince. Acha, hold on. Sayantat, for attitude, what suits? Dude, depends on the character. Which character you want to be? You want to be Mike? You want to be Harry Specter? It has its own pros and cons, buddy. So yeah, be careful. Bought hope before 25. How to include it in? Tell me about yourself, or should we keep it for later? No. You start this with your. You can. This can be your opening. Yeah. Tell me about yourself. You can tell them that. Yeah, I think. I'd never believed this, but yeah, when I speak to people as a society, they appreciate me about a house, my own house. When I was 25 years old, I don't find it a big deal, but yeah, this is what I've been kind of getting a response from people, and yeah, I mean, this shows the quality of hard work. This shows the quality of dedicated determination. Living your life for your parents, and not kind of only thinking about yourself. You can do that. Bhai, Mike ka example mat lena. It's a kind of a controversial character. IIT Kanpur is amazing. एसपीजन कॉल गेटर्स के लिए सेशन ये तो हो रहा है एसपीजन के लिए ही जो भी बात कर रहा हूं मैं एसपीजन के लिए भी आपको काम में आएगा और एसपीजन में ट्रस्ट मी दे विल ग्रिल you tell them that okay what do you want to do so I want to work with say XYZ company and I want to be a national head and blah 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 तो पूछेगा okay you want to work with say XYZ company which vertical finance में what sub domain or what sub vertical valuation में क्या which one the risk management one or the equity one or the debt one वो आपको dig down करेगा for sure because they want to understand the clarity of thought that you have. If you don't have a clarity of thought, not really happy, buddy. Prince, buddy, I know your startup very well. We also had a chat couple of times. I know I take care of your responsibility. Don't worry. You've got a CICA call. I know that. I will be mentoring you, Prince. Don't worry. People who are ABC call getters, KIL call getters, you will be mentored by me personally. Don't worry about that. And I'm not charging even a single penny for that. The only thing that I want is that I want you guys to be so bloody aggressive in your preparation. Feel so confident, feel so good about you that you got these calls, like they're like top-notch B schools in the country. Put in your 110% of your preparation, and for that, I'm holding your hand. So anything that I can help you with, guys, do let me know. SITM कैसा है? Very good college है. SITM is a pretty good college. Yeah, nice college. Acha, one formula. Acha. Okay. Wherever you go in this world, whatever job you do, doesn't matter how many interviews you give. Always remember one thing. There are people out there, there are mentors out there, there are websites out there. They'll tell you, impress yourself, rather impress people in the interview. Wear a nice tie, wear a nice jacket, wear a nice blazer, put on the Armani ka, Dior perfume, all that stuff, right? Okay. Guys, जब आप impress करने की फिराक में जाते हो, when you try to impress people, you try to kind of grow the ladder up and you try talking the stuff which you are not actually genuine about. Okay? I'm not telling you this, but what I've learned from my life, what I've learned from my all B school interviews and all the interviews that I've given in the corporates for the profiles of IB and all that, the only humble request that I have for all of you, do not ever in your life try to impress interviewer. Always try to express yourself as much as you can in the interview. The moment you try to express yourself, that entire interview will have an emotional touch. And trust me, we are all Indians. We love those emotional stuff. And yes, if they are genuine, guys, you're going to turn the table around and the ball is in your court all the time. So don't try to impress anybody. It's not going to work out. Try to express yourself. Tell them about your life. Tell them about your struggle. Tell them about your hardship. Tell them about what you've done, what you've not done. लोग बोलते हैं कि सर मेरी को तो कोई हार्डशिप नहीं है, मेरी तो लाइफ अच्छी सी थी. There are people who got called. They are from SRCC. They are from IT. Maybe your hardship is different. Your competition with all the top-notch brains in the country, that itself is a hardship, right? So kind of put that into the put it across in a very much kind of in a subtle or candid way. But please remember, किसी को impress नहीं करना है तो खाली हमें express करना है. That's it. कौन सा स्पेशलाइजेशन सिलेक्ट करना है हम उसके बारे में बाद में बात करेंगे, अभी नहीं यार प्लीज. यार वो डुअल डिग्री, नो आइडिया यार सूर्या. आई हैव नो आइडिया अबाउट दैट एनएमआईएस वाला थिंग. आई एम सो सॉरी फॉर दैट बडी. आई सीरियसली हैव नो आइडिया. Okay, is it a good idea to kind of make a mention about a company that comes on the campus? So if you're going for, say, I am Rohtak, right? And if any company comes, say Bajaj Allianz, for example, hypothetical, okay? Should not be going on a record anyway. So if hypothetically, if Bajaj Allianz is coming on I am Rohtak campus, right? And if you're aware about the kind of a profile, JD, if you're aware about the designation that these guys give, yes, you can definitely make a mention about it that, I kind of, aspire to be in this designation or position or whatever. Yeah, you can definitely do that, yeah. हाउ टू जस्टिफाई गैप, इसका अलग से सेशन ले लूंगा यार मैं, डोंट वरी. See, people who fake it, right? कि जो deadlines होती है, stringent deadlines and all that stuff. People who fake it, let them do that. But if you're a genuine person, if you have actually lived up to it, that will come in your tone. That is something that people can feel about. So don't worry यार कि कोई fake कर रहा है, कोई सही नहीं, कोई बना के answer बता रहा है. That's none of your concern, right? That's none of your business. What is your business is, okay, I've been told to do this. I'm gonna prepare my answer. If you want to get it cross check, you can kind of send it across to me. But yeah, tell them the truth. Where do you see yourself 5 years down the line? ये भी questions मैं बाद में करूंगा. आज के लिए सिर्फ introduce yourself. Guys, do you guys have any question in introduce yourself? If not, then do let me know. I can take a couple of more questions and then we can call it a day. In career goal, yes, you can make a mention about the specialization. No doubt about that. Yeah, definitely you can do that. Yes, please. Okay, internship. Yeah, Prince, thank you so much for that. So whenever you talk about, when you introduce yourself, right? When you kind of talk about internship, everybody will tell you, other people will tell you कि यार internship में बात करो, हमने ये एक बड़ी कंपनी के साथ internship करी, हमने ये करा, वो करा, इतना stipend कमाया, ये करा. Don't do that. In the internship, you only tell them, rather telling about all this stuff, you tell them what you learn out of this internship. What all areas you screwed up on. Maybe meeting your deadlines, catching up with your emails, sending your emails to the clients on the spot, not complying with these stringent deadlines. So आपका जो internship वाला जो point होगा या फिर आपका जो workist वाला point होगा, हम उसको थोड़ा उल्टा करेंगे. हम क्या करेंगे, हम उनको बता देंगे कि okay, what are things that I did, all the glorifying stuff about you should be putting it on the table. At the same time, I want you guys to also tell them that what all things you learned from that, what all things you screwed it up. Why? Because the moment you kind of go a bit humble, tell them that yeah, I screwed it up, they kind of tell you, okay, fine, you know what, banda. See, because yeah, you're a great person, you're a great leader, you want to be a leader, you want to get into the FMCG top-notch company. आपने ये करा, आपने वो करा, you are amazing. Like start to end, you are like so bloody good. आपके पास हर एक positive चीज है. There is no negative in you. Then why do you want to do an MBA? Go and start your own company from today itself. ये backfire करेगा. तो थोड़ा तो अपना कमी हमें बताना पड़ेगा. A bit kind of, इतना भी ज्यादा नहीं. Don't say that I am very much sentimental and emotional. Don't do that. RK Shruti, and tell me about yourself. I shouldn't be talking about my personal stuff, right? What do you mean by personal stuff? Can you be a bit elaborative on this, please? जर्मन लैंग्वेज सर्टिफिकेशन करा, ठीक है, बोल दो करा, क्यों करा, जरूरत क्या है, फ्यूचर में कोई प्लान है क्या जर्मनी शिफ्ट होने का, वो ऐसा पूछेगा. Okay, why do they ask you a question? Tell me about yourself. The important aspect here is that everything is there on the resume, but I still want to understand: is there anybody who can kind of change the entire perspective and tell me something more about that person itself, a personality, the attitude, the perception, principles, views? Simple. That's to tell me about yourself. तो टेल मी अबाउट योरसेल्फ को ये सब चीजों को आपको करना है. उसमें आपको आपका एकेडमी, स्ट्रेंथ, वीकनेस, ये सब काइंड ऑफ क्लब इट अप and give it to your panelist. Yeah, basically they want to understand what kind of a person you are. Yeah, simple. आपके ambitions क्या है, what all good stuff about you and all that stuff. Okay, don't talk about where you from, about your father, about your mother. Just don't do all that stuff. Don't tell them. ये बहुत पुराना फंडा है. ये बहुत पुराना फंडा है. Nobody's interested in knowing about your family. Nobody's interested in knowing about your family. It's your bloody own battle. It's your battle. You got to talk about yourself only. I know maybe your father is national head or maybe he's a CEO and all that. Don't try to put that across until unless you've been asked. That's my personal opinion. If you want to do it, you can do it. No, you should never walk the interviewer through your CV. Cliche, monotonous, boring. अच्छा, ये शॉर्ट टर्म गोल, लॉन्ग टर्म गोल कुछ नहीं होता. ये सब बकवास होता है. ऑनेस्टली ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता. उसका एक आंसर मैं बना दूंगा आपके लिए यार. मैं आपको बता दूंगा कि आपके गोल्स को कैसे रखना है. आज बस इंट्रोड्यूस योरसेल्फ के बारे में बात करने के लिए मैं आया था आपके पास साथ. सो इफ वी आर ओके विद इट, आई थिंक वी कैन कॉल इट अ सेशन. And I would love to see you guys quite often. If you have not subscribed to my channel, do subscribe to my channel because I will be putting across a lot of videos on jury content, on PI content, soft skill and all that stuff. And yeah, content ka quality is guaranteed. That's for sure. That's for sure. Can we make fake scenarios about our health issue for a year gap? I won't advise यार. अच्छा नहीं होता वो सब चीजें. I won't advise. Please don't do that. Guys, anything else I can help you with? Do you have any more question? If you have question, you can actually kind of connect to me here. That's my FB page. You can kind of like the page. You can PM me. Thank you so much, Sohana. हाँ, मैं Nalit Sharma. I am going to upload this session. But yes, for my ABC call getters, for all my students who got ABC call, KIL call, and Symbiosis, I will be putting across a video, wherein I will be kind of summarizing all this stuff. I want to shrink it up. Abhay, what's your question, buddy? Tell me if I can help you. Guys, because I have certain mock PIs lined up with my students at 9:30. I am 4 minutes away from that. So I have my mock PI with a couple of students who got ABC ka call. So I got to go now. But yeah, if anything I can help you, I'll take those questions quickly. Yeah. My English is very bad, sir. How can I? Don't worry, आपकी English bad हो, कोई टेंशन नहीं. आप slowly बात करिएगा. कोई वहाँ पे इतना जज नहीं करेगा आपको. Don't worry about that stuff. Abhay, what's your question? I'm an engineer and I worked as HR consultant. कोई टेंशन नहीं यार. इंजीनियर हो, HR में काम कर रहा है, कोई टेंशन नहीं. ये सब मैं क्वेश्चंस लेने वाला हूँ. I'm going to take all these questions, guys, one by one. Today we only talked about introduce yourself. My next session is going to be why MBA. Then we're going to come up with 5 years down the line, specialization, blah, blah, blah. The only request that I want to make today to all of you is that my channel is pretty new, okay? And, I want to reach out to maximum number of students out there. I'm doing this, at a free of cost. The only request that I have for all of you is that let people know about me. Let them know that, okay, there is somebody who is doing these things, and let them know about my channel. And I would love to answer your queries, maximum students. I would love to help everyone out there. Yeah. So guys, I thank you. Thank you all of you for coming and, joining this session. if I'm sorry अगर किसी के questions unanswered रह गए हो तो, so यार ठीक है, if you need any more help you can kind of get in touch with me. And guys, no negativity जब तक interview नहीं होता है, it's a one opportunity that you have, और इसको भाई फोड़ना है कुछ भी करके. You have to perform very well, and during this journey you need anything, I'm going to be there for you guys. I will be helping you on the PIG, BAT, GD front. Okay, so yeah, keep the josh high, yeah, and work your ass off. Yeah, thank you so much guys for joining me. Thank you so much. Yeah, have a good night. Bye bye.